Welcome everyone, today is Wednesday, August 31st, 2022. We are live at 7:50 p.m. Eastern from beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Artie, we are Bomber Breaks, and this is Leaf Lumber Random Team number 3. I do apologize, as you can see, I had already opened a box earlier because I messed up the draw. So this is a redo to that because I had the wrong list. I apologize, again, that's just completely on me. Let's go Atlanta Braves down to the Washington Nationals. The base number is 3. I rolled a 1. Okay, very cool, Vito. Thank you. We're going 4 times. I've got the St. Louis Cardinals down to the Toronto Blue Jays. And now I've got Jeff. There's Veronica times several and down to Justin. All right, 3 plus a 3 is going to be 6 clicks. And after 6, I've got Gary in the 1 spot down to Martin in the 27. All right, there we go. All right, I'll send you a little something, Jason. That's my bad, dude. That's my bad. That's a bad experience for you. That's on me. I'll take care of you, buddy. Sorry about that. Little bet knob action, perhaps. That would be really cool. Always a fun part of the Leaf Lumber. I got one. I got one in the first one that I did. So we can do it. We can do it. Those things always are a fun time. Just a point of information about Leaf Lumber. This, of course, if they are a current player, they're going to go to their current team. Oh, boy. Who did I get? Oh, boy. Russ, you got a better memory of me. Do you remember? I'm drawing a complete. I keep wanting to say Max Kepler, but I feel like that's because I pulled the Max Kepler in the museum, so I feel like that's probably not correct. But I honestly don't remember. I probably have a picture of it on my phone. We hit Trout last year. Nice. All right, let's get a big one. It obviously was not Trout. So anyways, Leaf Lumber, if they're currently active, it's current team. Most of the guys are retired. It's going to go the longest of their career. Let me bring up Baseball Reference to help me out with some of the older fellas that I'm not as familiar with. All right. First one out is going to be Bat Speed 2 out of 25, Ichiro. Seattle Billy, that is yours to start. 509 career stolen bases. I'm going to have another one here for the Seattle Mariners. It's Edgar Martinez, 1 out of 25. Game used lumber. A couple of Seattle hits to start. All right, we've got our first multi-team card. It's going to be Sultans of Swing, 1 out of 12. George Brett, Steve Garvey, Carl Yastrzemski, Reggie Jackson, Rod Carew, and Dave Parker. So I kind of typically just put all the randomized ones to the side, and we'll do those all at the end. So I got to do some, figure out which teams are for each of those guys and that kind of thing. So, but that's a pretty cool one there out of 12. Brett, Garvey, Yaz, Parker, Carew, and Reggie. And let's gonna do our first lookup here. For the Texas Rangers, David G, I've got Rafael Palmeiro, 23 out of 25 on the mem and the autograph. Palmeiro out of 25. Signature sticks. Texas, David. Okay, next up, I've got Bat Speed Lou Brock. Bat Speed Lou Brock, I believe he was a, let's just double check. Let's see, I think he's a Cardinal, Brock. Yes, St. Louis Cardinals on that one. St. Louis is Gary P. That is you. Well, we wanted to see one of these. How about a little game used lumber? Mike Schmidt. Boom! 2 out of 2 for Sean. There it is. Didn't take us long to find Schmitty. Game used lumber. Pretty darn cool. I'm gonna find a fat one touch for that guy. That's a pretty darn cool one right there. Schmitty, Philadelphia, right, Sean? Philadelphia on the Schmidt. All right, that's the barrel, not the knob. Yep, struggle busting here. I've got a Sultans of Swing, Thurman Munson, Carlton Fisk, Mike Piazza, Johnny Bench, Gary Carter, and Ivan Rodriguez. 3 out of 6. And autograph time, it's going to be Bob Horner, 28 out of 40, signature sticks. Bob Horner. Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves, Sean, that one is yours. Congrats. On the Bob Horner. right, I've got contract hitter 1 out of 3, 10 years, $360 million of Mike Trout. Trouty there. Angels, Jeff, that is yours. Contract hitter out of 3 on the lumber from Mr. Trout. Next up, I've got 27 out of 35 for the hometown Guardians. It's Albert Bell. Cleveland, Veronica. Vito, that is yours out of 35 on the Albert Bell. And this looks pretty darn cool here. I've got weapons of mass production. Pete Rose. Hit King in the house. 7 out of 12. Oh boy. We got, yeah, you can probably see it chilling there. I didn't do so good at the reveal here, but I just want to double check. I'm assuming that he was with, Cincy for a lot longer than Philly. He was at Cincinnati Reds on that one. And behind that, how about the one of one Joey Votto Bat Knob? Cincinnati Reds, current player, current team. Wow. That is sweet. It's 4/15/19 MLB Ash 34/32. That is so cool with the number on it and everything. Man, that is what Leaf Lumber is all about. That is a cool one. All right, let's see. Is this 360? No, it's going to be 260 as well. That's so cool. That's so cool. Congratulations again to Billy D. I was a 32-30 guy myself. I use a little pretty small guy compared to this. But then again, Joey Votto's probably significantly larger than I am. 1 of 1 bat knob. So we're doing pretty good here so far. We got 2 boxes to go. All right, let's see what else we can find for y'all. You never know, right? You never know. All things are possible. All right, next up, I've got Bat Speed 20 out of 25. Barry Bonds for the San Francisco Giants. And Chad, that is yours. Next, I've got Game Used Lumber 6 out of 8. Ben Oglive? Wow, yeah, that's a new one for me. Ben Oglive. I'm sure we'll find out more about him momentarily. Let's see. Ben, 71/86. And he played 9 years with the Milwaukee Brewers. Brew Crew somewhere. Jason, there we go. All right, Jason. No skunk. There you go. A little something for you. 6 out of 8 on the Ben Oglive. Yeah, right. There we go. I like where your head's at. I like where your head's at. And I said Brewers on that one. All right, here I've got Silver Sluggers 1985. 7 out of 9. Lou Whitaker, Cal Ripken Jr., Gary Carter, Dave Parker, Sandberg, Brett Fisk, and Ricky Henderson. Nice piece of mem there. And here we've got Bat Rack 4 of Mickey Mantle, Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, and Frank Robinson. 3 out of 6. 3 out of 6. Yeah, so we got, a Yankee, 2 Red Sox, and then whatever Frank Robinson ends up, probably Baltimore. But we'll double check. We'll double check all those as we get to it. All right, I've got 4 now to randomize, and this is going to be our last one of this half case. Thank you all for hanging out. Here we've got inducted in the Hall in 1983, Brooks Robinson. Brooks Robinson on this one. One out of 2. 1 out of 2 on the Brooks. I only know him as an Oriole, but let's just double check to be sure. Played a long time, and he played all his career for the Baltimore Orioles, so that's an easy one. Martin, that's a pretty cool one. Brooks Robinson, 1 out of 2. Next, we've got Game Used Lumber, Rocky Calavito, 13 out of 35. 13 out of 35 on the Calavito. I believe he is a hometown Guardian, but let's again just confirm. Yes, Cleveland Vito. That is you. Out of 35 on the Calavito. We then have Lumber Team 8s. Lumber Team 8s, Kirby Puckett, Rod Carew, Gary Gaetti, Chuck Knobloch, Harmon Killaprew, Paul Mother, Tom Brudzinski, and Dave Winfield. 20 out of 30. I believe we'll double check that one, but I believe that's supposed to be a Team 8s of the Twins, I believe. So we'll double check. I got some different jerseys there. Obviously, it doesn't matter about the jerseys though. Only means as long as a career. So we'll double check, but that one probably likely going to Vito, but we'll confirm. And the last one here is going to be Bat Rack 3, Jim Rice, Fred Lynn, and Dwight Evans. Bat Rack 3. All right, let's just look up the Bat Rack 3 here. I think, again, in my head, this is supposed to be a Boston card, I think. But let's see. So Jim Rice is 100% Boston. I'm pretty sure Fred Lynn as well, but let's see. Yep, Boston, so it doesn't even matter. Boston's got 2 of the 3. Boston Martin. Martin. This one is yours. Bat Rack 3. Jim Rice, Fred Lynn, and Dwight Evans going to the Red Sox. Okay, a few others that we have to figure out here. Let's start with the Bat Rack 4. So we know Mantle is Yankees, which is Martin. The Red Sox is also Martin. So let me, I guess, double check. Yaz would be the only one that I'm not 100% on. Let me check just to be sure. Completely Boston. Okay, so that one, no randomizer needed. That one's going to Martin as well. Bat Rack 4 via the Mantle and the 2 Red Sox. Don't need to figure out Frank. Martin owns the Orioles as well, which is probably what he is. So that's completely Martin. 3 out of 6 on Bat Rack 4. Okay, we've got Lumber Team 8s. This is one that I suspect it to be a Twins card. Let's see. We know Kirby is Twins. Let's do Rod Carew is Twins. Gary. Gaetti. Twins. Chuck Knobloch is Twins. Dave Winfield, that should be. Okay, so Winfield's not. How about Chuck Knobloch? Yep. So the guy, all 4 across the top. So I need one more that's 100%, or that's Twins to not do it, which I'm almost positive that's what it's going to be. But let's double check. Yes, and Herman Killebrew also Minnesota. So no randomizer on this one either. That is Team 8s for the Minnesota Twins. That's Vito. All right, that leaves these 3. Let's do Sultans of Swing, George Brett, Reggie Jackson, Steve Garvey, Rod Carew, Yastrzemski, and Dave Parker. All right, we know that the Royals, George Brett is Royals, which is Gary. I just looked up Rod Carew. He is Twins. So KC is Gary, and this is Martin. Yaz, we said, was Boston, which is also Martin. Reggie, I think is he A's or Yankees? Reggie is going to be the A's, Oakland. That's Michael T. So Reggie Jackson is Oakland, which is Michael Thornton. I need Steve Garvey. Garvey is a Dodger, which is Vito. So we would definitely have to randomize it, but just so I know who's who, we'll do Dave Parker, who I think is a Pirate. Yes, Pittsburgh, Louis. Okay. All right, so Chris kind of gave me the down low here that just to make it a little quicker, we'll just do a die roll here. So starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 2. 2 is Steve Garvey. The Steve Garvey is the Dodgers. LA Dodgers and Vito. That is going to be yours. Once again, Sultans of Swing, 1 out of 12. Brett Garvey, Yaz, Parker, Carew, and Reggie going to Veronica/Vito. All right, next we've got Sultans of Swing, 3 out of 6. We've got Johnny Bench is the Reds, which is Billy. Let's see, I guess we'll just Thurman Munson is the Yanks. New York is Martin. So Thurman Munson, Yanks, Martin. Carlton Fisk, I think, is Boston, right? Thank you for your patience as I work through this. I just like to be 100% before I do anything. No, okay, so he is Chicago White Sox. 13 years for the White Sox on Carlton Fisk, so that is Michael T. So Fisk is Chicago White Sox, which is Michael T. Piazza should be Mets, I believe. Yep, just by my season there. New York Mets is for Vito. So Mike Piazza, Mets, Vito. Definitely gonna have to do a randomizer. So yeah. So I'll if I hit the guys I didn't look up, we'll look it up there. So same thing as before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good luck. I rolled a 5. Rolled a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's Gary Carter. Naturally, one of the ones that I didn't look up yet. Gary Carter. 12 years for Montreal, which becomes a Washington. So, Veronica Vito, that is yours. I've got Sultans of Swing, 3 out of 6. Munson, Fisk, Piazza, Pudge, Carter, and Bench. All right, and the last one, Silver Sluggers, 1985, Whitaker, Cal, Gary Carter, Dave Parker, Sandberg, Brett, Fisk, and Ricky. All right, this will be a little easier. So I've already looked up a few of these guys. We've got Gary Carter up right now. He is Washington, which is Vito. We know that Cal is Baltimore, and that is Martin. Lou Whitaker. This is Detroit. Lou Whitaker, Detroit, and Chad. Dave Parker. Is Pittsburgh and Louis. All right, so that gives me 4 different owners already. Yep, I gotta look up one more. Well, we know Carlton Fisk is the White Sox, and that's another new one. So we've got an 8-sided die across the top. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across the die. Good luck. And it was number 1. Number 1 is Lou Whitaker, which is Detroit, and that is Chad. Chad Howell. This one is yours. 7 out of 9. Whitaker, Cal, Carter, Parker, Sandberg, Brett, Fisk, and Henderson. Chad with the Detroit. Okay. Thank you again for your patience as we work through that one. I've got, recapping it, we have the autograph here of Rafael Palmeiro, 23 out of 25 signature sticks. We had Bat Rack 3 going to the Red Sox, Calavito there for the Guardians, the Hall, Brooks Robinson out of 2 for the Orioles, Barry Bonds, Weapons of Mass Production, Pete Rose, Albert Bell, Mike Trout, contract hitter out of 3, Edgar and Ichiro, a couple Mariners. We had the Silver Sluggers 85 going to Chad. We had Sultans of Swing out of 6 going to Veronica / Vito. We've got Sultans of Swing out of 12 going also to Vito. We've got Twins on the Lumber Team 8 there. We've got Bat Rack 4 going to Martin. We've got the Ben Oglive going to the Brew Crew. We've got the autograph of Bob Horner out of 40 going to Atlanta. And Lou Brock, bat speed, going to the Cardinals. And a couple of big-time bat booms. We've got a barrel 2 out of 2, Mike Schmidt for the Philadelphia Phillies. And a 1 of 1 bat knob of Joey Votto for the Cincinnati Reds and Billy. Congrats to all those that went boom. We're going to stop and save and do little personals next.